Alright guys, it's Geronimo and Gonzalez here, and we are just giving you a bit of an update with regards to an image that has been found online, that Dice tweeted, which is looking like it's an image, a concept art piece from the next DLC, which, as we know already, has the French army and the Russian army in it. And so if you look at your screen now, you can see what's looking like the German army fighting the French in some kind of. At first, I thought it was a prison, but I think we've deciphered potentially what it is. It's probably a fortress, and clearly you can see it's the French army because of the French flags on the side. It's a pretty beautiful piece of concept art. I love all this concept art, as you might have already told from the images we use for our thumbnails. The French dude in the left-hand side, you can see, has some kind of LMG, which we have figured out is probably which weapon did we say it was? A shall something or other. Do you remember what it was called? Gonzalez, who is here, by the way.
Hello.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I don't know exactly how this is pronounced, but it's spelled Chauchat. So Chauchat. Chauchat?
Yeah, something like that.
Chauchat?
I'll do for now.
How do you say it in French? I don't know.
I'm gonna say Chauchat.
Chauchat.
Chauchat. Which is
so-
apparently is an amazing sounding weapon. So this kind of weird semicircle clip there. We're showing you an image right now, like a semicircle clip with some springs in it, and that's obviously how they get pushed up into the chamber. It's a pretty cool looking weapon. I'm looking forward to trying that, even though support's been pretty weak so far, so hopefully that'll bring something extra to it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. It was in service during the entire World War One.
No, latter end, I imagine.
No, it says here.
Really? The entire
1914 to 1918.
Oh wow.
So
That's
service during
impressive.
that. It was invented in 1907.
Fuck. That's mental. That's pretty fucking early.
So yeah, it looks interesting. I hope it's. I'm assuming it's a engineer weapon. Support weapon.
Support,
support,
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so swiftly moving on. Here is a top-down map of Fort de Mont, which is what we're gathering must be this interior in the artwork from Dice there. Because it just kind of makes sense. We have seen this in the game Verdun as well. So I mean, I'm quite happy if it was this. I do like the way Dice kind of do. If you think of like the prison in Battlefield 4 or Metro in Battlefield 3, they are good with those maps. And I think that would be I'd be totally fine with seeing something like that again. As much as I have enjoyed the big open spaces in this in the kind of vanilla game so far.
Well,
What do you think?
We played a bit of Verdun a while ago, and this concept art immediately reminded me of one of the maps in that game.
Yeah.
Set in Verdun. But I think I mean like the Verdun. It's not a coincidence that Verdun, the game, is called Verdun because that was one of the most famous battlefields of World War One.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's not really in Battlefield 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So
I mean, it's got
makes sense that
it's classic. It makes sense.
obviously
It'd be nice
yeah.
to see them interpret it.
Obviously, it's the French-German border, that line. So
Yep.
it makes sense that they add it now when they also add the French army.
Yeah, and if you look at the next image, which you'll see is a kind of a more detailed map, which I'm assuming is actually from, if you go and visit there, you can actually see how the fortress actually works itself. And here I want to talk about the campaign. I'm pretty sure you actually go in and kind of and bomb something similar to this, or a design similar to this. But obviously you're not playing the Germans yet, so I'm a bit confused, but it looks very similar to this, so I don't know if there's any connection there. I don't know if anyone will clear that up for us. But anyway, as you can see, like, you've got the outer walls, and in between that a lot of space, and then you've got this kind of inner network with all the different chambers and rooms. So I think you can expect something similar to the prison in kind of Battlefield 4, so kind of like, I don't know, map design maybe, but hopefully they bring something new to the table as well. Again, if you look at the bottom of that map, you can see there's layers to. There's definitely floors and layers to the whole thing. Anything to say about that, or can we move on to the next image, Gonzalez?
I think you can move on.
Cool. All right. So the next image is this kind of like side view of Fort de Mont, Fort de Seville, and Village de Domont and Verdun. So if you look in terms of kind of operations, I wouldn't be surprised if they choose kind of an operations. I'm hoping with each DLC we get operations as well. I mean, it would just make sense. So if they were to choose, say, these 4 maps and then choose 2 of them to be operations or 3 of them to be 1 operations, I could see something like this working quite well. Obviously, again, going to Verdun being a classic kind of battle, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at this kind of layout in general here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think one of the other things I'm wondering if we'll see more trench warfare as well, because obviously there
A
was
lot of trench warfare in this.
yeah, there was like you had the trenches in front of the actual fortresses.
Fort. Yeah, but in Verdun would be the main. It would make sense, man. I mean, that would be great.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of that. I mean, Saint Quentin's Scar in terms of operations is fantastic. So, it's nice pushing through the trenches then into the town. Like it works, you know.
Yeah.
It gives you a real sense.
Give that sense of progression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, one
So I'd be
is
really excited.
one thing I also really want to see. Just a side note, I really want to see a proper nighttime map. Because we really haven't had that.
No, not at all. Yeah, that would be interesting. It'd be cool if you started in Verdun at night, and by the time you got to the fortress, it was the morning. You know, something like that would be fantastic. Yeah. That would be really cool. I mean, I'd be really happy with that. You know, and you feel like just getting into the fortress. I'm just kind of flicking through a couple of shots here from the game Verdun, which is an awesome game. I highly recommend it, and I'm sure they're kind of feeling a bit trod on by Battlefield right now. Which is understandable, but the gameplay is very different. It's completely unique, and if you like Battlefield 1, I highly recommend playing Verdan, because the gameplay has it's a lot more accurate, I think, in terms of how World War One would have felt. You really do spend your entire time in the mud, and and you know, it's a one-shot kill game, really, mostly, and you're pretty much only using bolt-action rifles. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and it really got me hyped for Battlefield 1. And I was playing this before I even knew Battlefield 1 was coming out, and then I was excited for, blah. But I'd play it, highly recommend it. So anyway, that's our kind of update on what we think are conspiracy theories on the DLC. If you have any ideas of your own, feel free to leave a message, and I guess we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
We have lost objective Charlie.